here thinking
and drinking.
And drinking.
We are live. Well, not live. I'm live. You're live. They may be alive. But we are in beautiful Gabriel Lounge off of Grasher in Roseville.
Come check them out.
Come on. You got to.
Check them out.
Hospitality.
So today, we're also going to give a shout out to Bud Light. Because as you know, Bud Light will have you right. So today, we're going to talk about Khia Bryant, the situation between her and the police.
Oh, Lord.
How do you feel about this one?
Mm-hmm.
So me and Caution, we talked about it, and I might just have to side with the police on this one.
Yeah.
I might have to side with the police. Black Lives Matter is they on it. They trying to do whatever they got to do to, kind of protest. But, you have to understand, as a police officer, I watched the whole thing.
Split-minute decision.
I watched the body cam.
Yes,
and when he got that call, the call came through, and watch it if you think I'm lying. The call came through as, we got grown girls trying to fight us and stab us. That's all he got. No description, no nothing. So when you look at it, when he got out the car, the 16-year-old actually pushed that one girl down,
right,
picked up the knife, and went after the girl in the pink. Now, after she pushed the heavier girl down, her brother, or whoever that was, the guy, kicked her.
Right.
So as a police officer, all he got was knife. He didn't get no description, so he went after what he saw.
Right.
You can't be mad at him about that.
You want to be mad because of all the things you've been seeing as of late. I mean, it's been a lot too, and some of these people need to be held accountable for some of this stuff. And because police brutality, even if you deny it, doesn't mean it's not real, because it is real. And I like Jay, I viewed the video about 10 million times, and I wanted to come out with a different decision or a different a perspective than he did, but it is what it is. She held this knife. She was about to end this girl's life. She had it back. That cop had only one thing he could have done. He didn't have a taser. Taser wouldn't have worked. A taser wouldn't have worked in this situation. She was already in motion. He had to fire. That's just what it is.
As a police officer, you protect and serve. Sometimes you have to take a life to save a life. That's in the handbook. So in this case, if that was your sister, your mother, that was on the car getting ready to be stabbed, how would you feel about his response?
Be a whole different mindset, because you family is so dear to you. I understand that. Family right here. But you got to understand, sometimes the actions of family can be costly and devastating. And if this officer didn't fire to protect that girl's life that was about to get stabbed, her life would have been ended. There was no talking that girl down. She was already in motion. I know a lot of people are like, he could have did this, he could have did that. No, there was no time to do anything else but to save that young lady's life. And
respond on impulse.
Right.
That's all he had. He didn't have backup yet. So in this case, she might just have to take the fall for the team.
Yeah, she did.
They can fight it all they want to. They can get a lawyer, but he saw the knife. He pulled his weapon. He responded. There's nothing else that we can really say about that.
But you can't talk about the family though. The family. Who does this? Why involve your whole family in some nonsense? There was nobody of a mindset of like stop. There was no level-headed person there. There was no person of reason. Not one of them adults. I'm not talking about the kids. Kids are reactionary creatures. I'm talking about the adults. Stop. Nobody could stop. That man, the grown man that was hitting a woman, he couldn't stop the woman, couldn't push the woman and say, hey, hold up, y'all slow down.
It was too much going on.
He chose to get involved in that in a negative way without being the person that is the solution. The solutionary, as I like to call it. Just be able to be like, oh, wait a minute, hold up, everybody calm down. He didn't do that. No, he got involved. Especially with some women. It wasn't, contrary to what all y'all want to believe or don't want to admit, That's a man. A grown man was hitting a woman. Nobody had a problem with that. I'm sorry, I have a problem with that. Because he could, like I said, all the strength he took to knock that woman down, that strength could have been used to stop his daughter from trying to stab somebody else or just break it up entirely. Should have never got to this point. So this is the end result of ignorance. Exactly. I'm sorry, I had to say it out loud. This is the end result of ignorance. We got to be better. We got to do better than this. Way better.
And on top of what Caution said, I understand she was only 16. I get it. I understand that she was the one that actually called the police. I get it. But when he got there, all he had, information he had, was woman with knife. I'm sorry. No kind of description. If it would have said girl with pink shirt had a knife, something, he probably would have responded a little differently. But he responded by himself at first, and if you look in the background of it, it was other people fighting.
Right.
So now you got 3 separate cases of incidents. He don't know which one to go to first, but when he saw the knife, he reacted.
Right.
I don't see a problem with that. I know if it was my sister or my family members, I would have wanted him to
save the life.
Save a life.
But then sometimes we jump the gun on stuff before we get all the information out. Now, I'm not one of those people that do that. I have to sit down and get all of it because I know I learned a long time ago, sometimes what you see ain't what happened. I bring that up merely because LeBron James kind of put his foot in some water that he probably didn't need to do. He probably should have just sat back and waited a couple of days and seen how all this
played out.
Yeah, exactly. And he wouldn't have got the negative press that he got pushed back at him. I mean, I understand. I love the guy as a basketball player. I think he's an outstanding person from what I read about him, as far as him, sending kids to school and getting them into college and stuff like that. And he gives a real big part of his paycheck to the community. But to speak before you actually know all the facts, it's misguided, number one, and it's kind of making you look like the guy that just wants to call fire when you smell smoke. That's not the case all the time, but I'm not gonna sit up here and bash LeBron. He's entitled to his opinion, but Bron, come on, next time you just gotta let it wait and play out. I know so much stuff has happened that you want to just react to everything. You can't react to everything. Sometimes we have to be calm and just sit back and let all the stuff play out. That's all I'm saying.
So I think that's it for this week. Like I said, like, share, subscribe. And the quote for today is, sometimes on the elevator, on your way up, you gotta let some people off. Caution warning saying be safe. Till next time, peace out.